bustling souks of Marrakech to the silent sands of the Sahara, Morocco is a land wrapped in mystery. Join us as we uncover 15 mind-blowing secrets in this unforgettable travel documentary about the world's most mysterious country. Romance takes time in Morocco. In Morocco, romance is often viewed as a journey rather than a quick destination. Unlike some Western cultures where dating can move at a fast pace, Moroccan women generally prefer to take their time getting to know someone. Building trust and friendship is the foundation of most relationships, and this slow progression reflects the country's deep-rooted values of respect, modesty, and family tradition. A man who shows patience and genuine interest, rather than rushing into romance, is more likely to earn admiration and trust. Family plays an important role in how relationships unfold, and this naturally slows the pace of dating. Many Moroccan women value their family's approval, and a serious relationship often means that a potential partner will eventually need to be introduced to relatives. Because of this, the early stages of romance are less about grand gestures and more about proving reliability and character. In Moroccan culture, respect for traditions, religion, and social norms matters as much as attraction. Even in modern cities like Casablanca or Marrakech, where dating is more flexible, the expectation remains that true romance develops slowly and with purpose. For travelers or outsiders interested in dating Moroccan women, it's important to understand this rhythm. Being too forward or expecting fast progress can create distance rather than closeness. Instead, showing patience, taking time to learn the language, appreciating Moroccan food and culture, and respecting boundaries will go a long way. Sharing meaningful conversations over mint tea or strolling through a medina can be the small but powerful steps that lead to deeper connection. Romance in Morocco is not about rushing. It's about savoring the journey, respecting traditions, and allowing love to grow at its natural pace. The Blue Pearl of Africa. Chefchaouen, tucked away in the Rif Mountains of northern Morocco, is a town that seems almost unreal at first glance. Every corner, every wall, and every winding alley is painted in countless shades of blue, creating a dreamlike atmosphere that feels more like walking inside a watercolor painting than through a city. The blue is not just decoration, it carries deep symbolism. Locals say it represents the sky, heaven, and spirituality, reminding people of a life beyond the material world. Some believe it was introduced by Jewish refugees in the 15th century, who associated blue with divinity and protection. Whatever its origins, the effect is mesmerizing, drawing visitors into a serene and almost otherworldly experience. Strolling through Chefchaouen feels like entering a living canvas. The narrow streets are filled with vibrant contrasts. Women in traditional dresses carrying baskets of fresh produce, cats lounging against turquoise steps, and markets overflowing with colorful textiles and handmade crafts. The town's slow rhythm and gentle charm offer a stark contrast to Morocco's bustling cities, such as Marrakech or Fez. Photographers, artists, and travelers alike find themselves enchanted, often losing hours simply wandering and capturing the endless shades of blue bathed in sunlight and shadow. Beyond its colors, Chefchaouen offers a deeper connection to Moroccan life and traditions. The scent of freshly baked bread drifts through the air, while mint tea is served with heartfelt hospitality in tiny cafes. From its mountaintop views to its spiritual undertones, Chefchaouen is more than just beautiful. It's a place that stays imprinted on the soul. Sahara's Gateway. A third of Morocco lies under the spell of the Sahara, where the golden dunes rise and fall like waves frozen in time. This vast desert, often called the Gateway to the Sahara, invites travelers into a world of silence and immensity that feels both humbling and timeless. The ever-shifting sands create landscapes that change with every breeze, glowing orange at sunrise, fiery red at sunset, and silver beneath the moonlight. Here, nature speaks without words, offering endless horizons that seem to stretch beyond imagination. Life in the Sahara may appear harsh, but it is rich with tradition and resilience. Nomadic tribes still wander with their camels, setting up tents beneath the stars as they have for centuries. These communities live in harmony with the desert's rhythm, carrying forward stories, songs, and customs that link them to generations past. For visitors, spending a night with the nomads under the open sky, where millions of stars light up the darkness, is often a transformative experience. The desert is not empty, but full of spirit, endurance, and a quiet beauty that commands respect. The Sahara is also a place of adventure and discovery. From camel treks across towering dunes to sandboarding and 4x4 desert safaris, the vast expanse becomes a playground for explorers. Oasis towns scattered along the desert's edge provide shade with their palm groves and refreshing water sources, proof that life blooms even in the harshest conditions. Morocco's Sahara is not just a destination. It is an eternal journey into nature's most awe-inspiring landscape. World's oldest university. In the heart of Fez, Morocco, stands a remarkable institution that has shaped the course of human knowledge for over a millennium. The University of Al-Qarawiyyin, founded in 859 AD by a visionary woman, Fatima al-Fihri. It holds the distinction of being the world's oldest continuously operating university. What began as a modest madrasa soon grew into a vibrant center of learning, attracting scholars from across the Islamic world and beyond. Its very existence challenges stereotypes of the medieval era, proving that education, diversity, and intellectual pursuit were treasured long before the modern age. Al-Qarawiyyin became a magnet for brilliant minds, nurturing fields as varied as astronomy, medicine, mathematics, grammar, law, and philosophy. It played a key role in transmitting knowledge from the East to medieval Europe, influencing Renaissance thought. The university's alumni list includes greats like the philosopher Ibn Khaldun and the Jewish scholar Maimonides, whose works continue to shape global intellectual traditions. For centuries, it has been a meeting point of cultures, where knowledge flowed freely across faiths and frontiers. The endurance of this institution is a testament to the value Morocco places on scholarship and dialogue. Today, Al-Qarawiyyin remains both a university and a mosque, where tradition and modernity coexist in harmony. Its intricate courtyards and stunning Moroccan Andalusian architecture echo with centuries of prayer, study, and debate. Beyond its scholarly contributions, the founding story of this institution remains deeply inspiring. A reminder that one woman's vision transformed not just her city, but the very course of world history through education. The snake charmers of Marrakech add an air of mystery to the city. In the heart of Marrakech, the bustling Jama El Fena Square transforms every day into a living stage where ancient traditions and modern curiosity collide. Among its most mesmerizing sights are the snake charmers, men who sit cross-legged with cobras and vipers coiled at their feet, swaying hypnotically to the haunting sound of flutes. The air buzzes with tension and fascination as the serpents rise, following the rhythm as if bewitched, creating an atmosphere that feels both dangerous and enchanting. It is a performance that has survived centuries, rooted in mysticism and folklore, blending entertainment with a sense of the otherworldly. Yet, the snake charmers are only one thread in the rich tapestry of Jama El Fena. Around them, storytellers weave tales passed down through generations, musicians fill the night with rhythmic beats, and dancers whirl under lantern-lit skies. The marketplace itself is alive with the fragrance of sizzling food, the bright colors of spices, and the steady hum of traders calling out their wares. Every corner offers a spectacle, making the square not just a marketplace, but a cultural heartbeat where Morocco's oral and performance traditions thrive. What makes Jama El Fena unforgettable is the sense that you are witnessing something timeless. As the sun sets and the square glows with firelight, the charmers continue their age-old rituals, drawing locals and travelers alike into their spell. In a world rushing forward, Marrakech preserves this pocket of mystery, where cobras dance, stories breathe, and the past still whispers in every sound and movement. Hollywood's favorite desert. Sweeping golden deserts, rugged mountains, and ancient kasbahs make Morocco one of the most cinematic landscapes in the world. For decades, filmmakers have flocked to its dramatic scenery, turning its valleys and dunes into backdrops for legendary films. From the vast Sahara that set the stage for The Mummy, to the sun-baked arenas where Gladiator unfolded, Morocco has provided an otherworldly canvas for Hollywood's most ambitious productions. Even television giants like Game of Thrones brought their epic tales to life here, using Morocco's timeless architecture and stark beauty to transport viewers into entirely new worlds. At the center of this cinematic magic lies Ouarzazate, fittingly nicknamed the Hollywood of Africa. This desert city is home to Atlas Studios, one of the world's largest film studios, where sprawling sets recreate ancient Rome, Egypt, and even futuristic realms. Walking through its colossal courtyards feels like stepping into history and fantasy at once, where colossal walls and detailed props linger long after the cameras stop rolling. The surrounding kasbahs and fortified villages offer filmmakers authentic scenery that requires minimal alteration, blending seamlessly into epic tales of warriors, kings, and empires. But beyond the cameras, Morocco's landscapes leave an impression that goes far deeper than film. Standing on the wind-swept dunes of Ouarzazate or wandering through its labyrinth of kasbahs, one feels the same awe that directors capture on screen. It is no wonder Hollywood continues to return. The desert itself tells stories, its silence and grandeur echoing like the perfect script waiting to be filmed. The secret of mint tea. In Morocco, no drink holds more cultural weight than mint tea, affectionately called Moroccan whiskey. Far from being just a beverage, it is a ritual of warmth, hospitality, and artistry. The preparation begins with Chinese green tea, fresh spearmint leaves, and generous sugar. But the true magic lies in the performance of serving it. Hosts pour the steaming liquid from high above the glass, letting the stream arch gracefully through the air. This dramatic gesture is not only theatrical, but also practical. It creates a crown of bubbles, considered the hallmark of a perfectly poured tea. Every sip of Moroccan mint tea carries centuries of tradition. It is served throughout the day, whether to welcome a guest, mark a family gathering, or seal a business deal. The process often involves 3 servings, each with its own poetic symbolism. The first, bitter like life, the second, strong like love, and the third, gentle like death. These layers of meaning turn an ordinary drink into a cultural ceremony, reflecting Morocco's values of community, respect, and connection. Refusing a cup is rare, as tea is an unspoken invitation into the heart of Moroccan life. Beyond its social meaning, The tea itself is refreshingly sweet, cooling the senses even in the heat of the desert. The glass in hand, its aroma of mint rising like a breeze, feels like a small celebration of the moment. More than a drink, it is a story poured into every cup, a symbol of Moroccan identity, shared generously with all who visit. Underground kasbahs still exist. Across Morocco's sweeping deserts and rugged mountains, ancient kasbahs rise like silent guardians of history. Built from sun-dried mud bricks, their towering walls seem to blend seamlessly with the earth itself. Yet they have endured for centuries against scorching winds and shifting sands. Many were constructed as fortified homes for powerful families, designed not only to protect from invaders, but also to store grain and provide shelter in times of conflict. Some kasbahs conceal secret passageways and underground chambers, a reminder of Morocco's past intrigue and survival strategies. Walking through these labyrinths feels like stepping into another era. Narrow corridors twist unexpectedly, opening into courtyards bathed in soft light, while hidden staircases lead to rooftops with sweeping views of the surrounding desert. The walls, though weathered, exude an aura of resilience, telling stories of caravans that once passed through on trade routes, connecting North Africa to distant lands. Every alcove and tower seems to whisper legends of warriors, merchants, and families who lived behind these fortress walls. Today, many kasbahs remain remarkably well preserved, offering travelers a rare glimpse into Morocco's rich architectural and cultural heritage. Some have been transformed into guest houses or cultural centers, allowing visitors to experience the blend of history and hospitality firsthand. Others stand in quiet ruins, their silhouettes glowing golden at sunset, testifying to the ingenuity of those who built them. To wander among these kasbahs is to discover a hidden Morocco, where the earth itself was shaped into strongholds that continue to defy time. Adorable cats everywhere in Morocco. Cats are an inseparable part of Morocco's streetscape, adding charm and warmth to every corner of the country. From the bustling souks of Marrakech to the narrow alleyways of Fez, they lounge gracefully on doorsteps, nap beneath shop counters, and curiously weave between the legs of passers-by. Unlike in many places where strays are overlooked, in Morocco, cats are cherished and cared for by the community. Locals feed them scraps from market stalls or bowls of milk left outside cafes, creating a unique bond between people and these feline wanderers. Their presence extends beyond the streets into sacred spaces. In Morocco, it is common to find cats resting quietly in mosque courtyards, a reflection of the cultural and religious respect for animals, particularly cats. They symbolize purity, independence, and companionship, traits deeply admired in Moroccan society. Tourists are often enchanted by how at ease the cats are, stretching lazily on sunlit tiles or perched elegantly on walls, as if posing for photographs. Their calm acceptance of human company makes them feel like rightful citizens of the Medina. What makes Morocco's cats so endearing is not just their abundance, but their gentle integration into daily life. Vendors treat them as companions rather than nuisances. Cafe-goers share bites of food with them, and children play with them in public squares. In many ways, these amiable cats embody the spirit of Moroccan hospitality, unhurried, warm, and welcoming. To see Morocco through their eyes is to witness a land where kindness and coexistence are woven into the rhythm of everyday life. The mysterious Nawa music. Nawa music drifts through Morocco's nights like an ancient spell, its hypnotic rhythms carrying echoes of Africa, Arabia, and the Berber Mountains. Rooted in the traditions of West African slaves brought to Morocco centuries ago, it has evolved into a unique spiritual practice where music becomes both prayer and healing. The sound is unmistakable. Heavy three-stringed bass lutes called guembri, iron castanets known as krakebs, and deep repetitive chants that seem to open a doorway between the earthly and the divine. Listeners often describe feeling transported as if caught between dream and reality. The essence of Gnawa lies in its rituals, often performed at night in ceremonies called lilas, meaning nights. These gatherings are more than performances. They are acts of devotion and spiritual cleansing. Participants enter trance-like states as the music builds in intensity, seeking connection with ancestral spirits and the unseen world. The repetition of rhythm and chant is not monotony, but a deliberate invitation to let go of the physical and step into a spiritual dimension. It is a practice of healing, both for individuals and for the community, binding them together in rhythm and faith. Today, Gnawa music has transcended its sacred origins to captivate audiences worldwide, blending seamlessly with jazz, blues, and contemporary sounds. Yet in Morocco, its heart still beats strongest in the midnight rituals, where shadows flicker in lantern light and the guembri's deep notes reverberate into the soul. To hear Gnawa is not just to listen, it is to feel an ancient spirit awaken. Fez's Medina, a city without cars. Step inside the Medina of Fez, and you enter a world that feels suspended in time. Declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site, this ancient quarter is the largest car-free urban area on the planet, a labyrinth of more than 9,000 winding alleys. Here, the hum of engines is replaced by the braying of donkeys, the clatter of carts, and the rhythmic footsteps of people navigating narrow passageways. Every turn reveals something unexpected: a spice market spilling fragrance into the air, a centuries-old fountain, or a hidden courtyard with exquisite tile work. What makes Fez's Medina so captivating is its sheer density of history and daily life packed within its maze-like streets. Donkeys and mules serve as the main form of transport, carrying everything from fresh produce to building supplies, just as they did centuries ago. The streets are too narrow for cars, but that limitation has preserved a way of living where human interaction thrives. Artisans still hammer copper in tiny workshops, bakers prepare bread in communal ovens, and children weave through the alleys chasing one another past towering wooden doors. It's not only a city without cars, it's a city where tradition continues to pulse through every corner. The absence of cars creates a sense of intimacy that modern cities rarely offer. The Medina is not just a place to see, it is a place to experience. A living museum of culture, craft, and community. The mysterious hammams. Hidden within Morocco's bustling Medinas, the hammam has long been a cornerstone of daily life, offering far more than a place to wash. These traditional bathhouses are steeped in ritual, where cleansing is elevated into an art of relaxation and renewal. Stepping into a hammam feels like entering another realm. Warm, dimly lit chambers filled with steam, echoing with the soft sound of water being poured. For centuries, people have gathered here not only to purify their bodies, but also to connect with the community, as the hammam was often the social hub of the neighborhood. The experience itself unfolds like a timeless ritual. First, the skin is softened with steam, and then scrubbed with a coarse glove, known as the kessa, to remove layers of impurities. A lather of natural black soap made from olives follows, leaving the skin deeply cleansed and nourished. Afterward, healing clays, fragrant oils, or rose water may be applied, continuing beauty traditions passed down through generations. These practices were not merely about outward appearance, but about maintaining balance, a philosophy deeply rooted in Moroccan culture. What makes the hammam so mysterious is its ability to blur the lines between the physical and the spiritual. Emerging from its chambers, one feels lighter, calmer, and somehow renewed, as if shedding not only dirt, but also the weight of the world. Even today, hammams remain sanctuaries where time slows, reminding us of the simple power of water, warmth, and ritual to restore both body and soul. Tangier, city of spies. Perched at the meeting point of the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea, Tangier has long been a city of mystery, but its role during the mid-20th century gave it an almost cinematic aura. In World War II and throughout the Cold War, this Moroccan port became a magnet for spies, smugglers, and secret agents. Its international status zone meant multiple powers had influence here, yet no single authority truly reigned, creating the perfect playground for espionage. Diplomats, journalists, and double agents rubbed shoulders in its smoky cafes, each keeping one eye on their coffee and the other on the door. The streets of Tangier whispered with intrigue, as embassies, consulates, and secret safe houses filled its winding alleys. Intelligence services from Britain, America, Germany, and the Soviet Union all operated here, turning the city into a chessboard of hidden agendas. Deals were struck in hushed tones over glasses of mint tea, while coded messages were slipped under doors or concealed within newspapers. Tangier's unique geography, a gateway between Europe and Africa, made it invaluable for smuggling operations and covert exchanges, with information traveling as swiftly as the tides. Yet beneath the shadows, Tangier retained a seductive allure. Writers and artists like Paul Bowles and Tennessee Williams mingled with operatives, adding layers of glamour to the secrecy. The city became a place where fact and fiction intertwined, where rumors felt as tangible as reality. Atlas Mountain Secrets. Rising dramatically from the heart of Morocco, the Atlas Mountains hold within them a world that feels untouched by time. Scattered across these rugged peaks are Amazigh, Berber villages, their homes built from earth and stone, blending seamlessly into the mountain slopes. Narrow footpaths wind between terraced fields, where villagers cultivate olives, figs, and barley, using methods passed down through countless generations. Life here follows the rhythm of the seasons, guided more by tradition than modernity, making each village a living museum of cultural heritage. Step into one of these villages, and you'll find customs that have endured for centuries. Women still weave vibrant carpets on wooden looms, each pattern carrying meanings of protection, fertility, or storytelling. Men often herd sheep and goats across steep trails, just as their ancestors did, while festivals bring the community together with dancing, drumming, and age-old chants. Hospitality is deeply ingrained in Amazigh culture. Even a stranger passing through is offered mint tea and warm bread, a gesture as natural as the mountain air. These villages are not relics of the past, but thriving communities that preserve their identity with quiet resilience. Yet, the Atlas Mountains are more than just their villages. They are guardians of hidden wisdom. Ancient trails connect isolated communities, waterfalls tumble into secret valleys, and snow-capped peaks shelter traditions that have survived empires and conquests. To journey through the Atlas is to step into a timeless Morocco, where the past lives on in every gesture, song, and stone. The mysterious Eight Ben Haddou. Rising from the ochre earth of southern Morocco, Ait Ben Haddou appears almost unreal, as though it were sculpted straight out of legend. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is a striking ksar, a fortified village built entirely of clay and mud brick that has stood for centuries as both a home and a stronghold. Its towering walls, crenellated towers, and narrow passageways catch the sunlight in shifting shades of gold and red, creating a dreamlike vision against the desert backdrop. It is a place where history feels tangible, etched into every arch and carved door. Once a vital stop along the trans-Saharan trade routes, Ait Ben Haddou was where caravans laden with salt, gold, ivory, and spices paused on their epic journeys to and from Timbuktu. Merchants and travelers found refuge within its protective walls, filling the Kasbah with stories, languages, and cultures from across Africa and beyond. Even today, wandering its winding alleys and climbing to the granaries at the top evokes echoes of camel bells and the bustle of traders haggling in shaded courtyards. Ait Ben Haddou is not only a relic of Morocco's past, but also a canvas for imagination. Its haunting beauty has drawn filmmakers from around the world, featuring in epic films and series from Gladiator to Game of Thrones. Standing here, watching the sun set over its clay towers, feels like stepping into both history and myth, a living fortress suspended between memory and dream. Thanks for joining us on this journey through Morocco, the world's most mysterious country. If you enjoyed exploring with us, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more incredible travel documentaries.